Hi, we're the Krolikowski family from Delray Beach, Florida.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm John, and we have 4 children.
Kaylee is 9.
Johnny's 7,
Carly is almost 4.
and Thomas is 2. I'm the parish manager at a Catholic church.
And I am a cook at the same church.
What are you doing with all the forks?
I work 24/7. I also have a lot of council meetings that I attend to that keep me late.
Kaylee's
Kaylee's a
way.
bully. Yes, for real.
She's not a bully.
She is.
What's Mum doing about this? I mean, come on.
John. I'm not playing. Johnny can be very relentless. I mean, if he wants something, he's gonna keep on it and on it. You're not getting it. No. Carly's very sneaky. Carly, what are you doing? Thomas, he can get a little aggressive.
When he wants something, he wants it.
Now.
Stop it!
I don't handle any fighting with the kids. Kaylee and Johnny, they hurt one another pretty bad. It has gradually gotten worse and worse. They push and they punch and they rip hair out.
Boy, gladiators.
Stop it. Frankly, they don't listen to me anyway, so I can't do anything about it. I'm out. They're not bleeding. What do they need me for?
Oh, great. Like ignoring it is resolving it.
I don't have any parenting skills. Don't put it on her face. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Skateboards and scooters belong outside.
Getting out of the pool. When I ask you to do something, do it. I don't like this modern parenting. You know, when I grew up, there wasn't timeout. Johnny, can you grab your skateboard out of the grass over there? I'd rather just crack him across the rear end and let him know that that's an attention getter.
Oh, dear. This man's going to be a tough nut to crack, isn't he?
Yeah, you're awesome, all right. Personally, I don't think I need Supernanny's help.
Kaylee, clean up your room. No. Do you think that I need Supernanny?
Well, Mum clearly needs my help, and Dad clearly doesn't want my help.
Stop that. When it's at its worst, all I do is cry. I'll take them over there, Johnny. When you don't want your kids around anymore, it's hard. Kaylee! Supernanny, please come help our family.
Wow, this is going to be challenging. Guess I'll see them soon.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome. I'm good. How are you, Shannon?
Hi, pleased to meet you, Joe
Nice
Frost.
to meet you. When I first met Joe, I was extremely nervous.
Who do we have here?
It's Carly.
Hi, Carly. How are you?
Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. Was that the wink? Hello.
That's Johnny.
Hi, Joe. Bit of a rock star, huh?
Kaylee, meet Joe.
Hi, how you doing? Good. They're all quite mellow, aren't they?
I have visited a lot of families, and I could certainly tell that something was slightly off-key here because the children were behaving perfectly. However, nothing really escapes my eye.
Stop it! Oh, she's watching it. Yay, she's watching it, so get off. We were behaving better than normal when Jojo was there. I didn't want to scare Jojo.
The kids decided to play in the backyard. There's a swimming pool there, and I was absolutely appalled to see that the 2- and 3-year-old were scooting around the pool, and Mum was just behaving as if it was no big deal. I mean, what about safety here?
She's not even looking.
I can't just stand and stare at the pool because my kids are going around on a scooter. I can't do that. There's other stuff to do.
Straight away I asked Mum, is there any pool safety in place?
Do you have a pool alarm?
I do, yeah. I don't have it out here, but this gate is always locked.
Mum told me that she doesn't have a pool alarm system in place. And she has 4 kids. 250 to 300 children die a year from fatal swimming pool accidents. How crazy is that? So I'm out in the backyard with Shannon and she starts to tell me that John insists that the whole family sit down and eat together when he gets home from work, and that it's ludicrous because those times can be very, very late and not appropriate for young children.
This is a problem for you.
Yeah,
I'm
we have a
hearing.
dinner hour problem.
Right,
I
okay.
want to eat at 5:30 or 6.
Right.
You know, depending on when we get home.
Right.
I want to get my kids bathed. I don't want
Yeah.
to be doing dishes at 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Have you spoke to him about this? I mean,
Oh, it's ongoing.
for how
It's
long?
been ongoing. Probably since we've been married.
Cheers.
13 years.
If you really feel strongly about it, how come you've not resolved it? What's going on?
I used to be so strong. And I got worn down.
Who do you think wore you down?
My kids wore me down. I don't know what to do. I mean, I love my family, but I'm falling out of love with my life and my family.
Mum is blaming the kids for taking her strength away, and I truly don't think she's supported much from John at all. I mean, let's face it, she's at breaking point, so I've got here at the right time. It's 6:30, the kids are killing time because they're waiting for Dad to come home so they can all eat. They're hungry, so this gives me an opportunity to talk to the older children.
Who do you get to spend most time with, Mum or Dad?
Mommy. Because Dad has these long meetings. Like at Kaylee's birthday, he said he would like the candles, but he had this big meeting that was very important.
Oh, so on her birthday, he wasn't there to do the candles?
Mm-mm.
And how does that make you feel when you don't get enough time?
Sad.
After hearing that story from Johnny, what I want to do now is talk to Kaylee and see what she has to say about her dad.
He's like sort of strict, so we sort of behave.
Because if you don't behave, what happens?
He'll get his belt out, and he has a special spoon, and he'll put like a face on the back,
What kind of face? What do you mean?
like a sad face.
Right.
Let's face it, I've heard a lot about John, so I'm actually looking forward to meeting him myself and getting a chance to know him better. Dad finally got home after 7 p.m.
Hi, John.
There she is. Hey,
Hi, pleased to meet you, Jeff Ross.
nice to meet you.
After changing clothes, Dad came down into the kitchen and started to prepare for dinner, and Johnny and Kaylee were cooking up a storm themselves.
This one's first!
God, those kids are going for it. Are they always like that, arguing and fighting with each other?
Those two? They'll fight. Yeah, they fight and argue. Yeah. And try to let them work it out. If they can't work it out, we gotta step in. I don't monkey around with them, you know. I'm not really into timeouts. I'm gonna tell you to do it. I'm gonna ask you nicely. But if it's not getting done and you're totally ignoring me, then I'm gonna have to start raising my voice. And if that doesn't work, then the hand, you know, a little swat across the rear end never hurt anybody.
The kids were talking about that today. They were saying that you got this belt and you got this spoon or something that's got like a face on it.
I do not.
Oh, you ain't made a spoon then with a face on it?
No,
So the spoon doesn't exist, you're telling me?
it does. It's right here.
Oh, it does?
It doesn't have a face, but a little.
Oh, okay.
At 7:40, dinner finally went into the oven,
That's gonna be a while.
but Mama decided she wasn't going to let the little ones wait any longer.
We have those chicken tenders. If they want them, you know.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a father wanting to come home from work and eat with his family, but this is clearly about something entirely different.
Very nice to sit down and eat together. Went through all the effort to make that.
Yeah. We could sit down and have it. Get them fed. We can sit
Didn't
with
they
them.
have something to eat earlier?
They've been eating, yeah, a little bit.
So they're all right.
This is all about what Dad wants. Dad wants to rule and control what gets done in the house, full stop. It's his way or the highway, buddy.
If they're going to school tomorrow,
Yeah, it is a school night, that's right.
so if we can get them something to eat, then maybe we can sit down and have that in our salad.
Dad finally agreed that it would be okay for the younger ones to eat earlier and that he would eat half an hour later with Shannon when that meal had come out the oven. Thomas came out crying and I got to see why these kids tread very carefully around Dad.
I said to settle down, didn't I? You are not. What happened to Thomas? What happened?
You jumped off of my bed and fell.
Settle down. I won't ask you again.
The kids settled pretty quickly, but I know why. They're fearful of their dad. And let's face it, I've seen enough now, so all I want to do is come back tomorrow and sit down and have a conversation with these guys.
I have had a good day observing. There's lots of things that we need to address tomorrow so that we can really move on with making big changes here. All right.
Well, I'm sure that Joe's going to tell me that I need some help and things, but I don't know. I think Shannon needs more help with certain issues than I do.
Nice to meet you.
Sure.
Have a
Pleasure
good day.
to meet you.
See you tomorrow.
I know what I need to address with these parents, so I'm going to leave and get back tomorrow hastily.
Why don't we get straight down to business and discuss
Discipline. You have no authority.
None.
They don't take you seriously.
No.
You are a pushover.
Yes.
But when Dad comes home, it's a different story. They do as they're told. Because to get a belt, to get a spoon, hurts. Now, I ask you this. Is it necessary? Is it necessary that you have to inflict that pain on your kid in order for them to listen to you?
Sometimes it is necessary.
Tell me why.
If you don't understand verbal instructions, maybe you need a little attention getter.
If I could teach you guys a discipline technique that meant that we could throw away Mr. Spoon, would that not be an option for you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the time you're spending at work. There's no doubt in my mind that you have a very strong work ethic, but at what cost? Shan, what do you need from John?
Time.
What would time make you feel?
Happy that he was here and not there. That we would be together as a family. That the kids would have their dad.
John.
The way I see it, I don't know how long the gravy train's gonna last. I could be gone tomorrow from my job and then having to foreclose on the house because I don't have a job.
I totally understand what you're saying with regards to the economy. You can still be fully committed with what you do at the church. It's about finding the balance. Can we work with that?
Sure.
Let's talk about safety and your pool.
We're very, very vigilant with the pool.
That's not the case. And as quick as it takes you to come inside the house and use the powder room, it's as quick as it takes for Thomas to drown in that pool. Florida has the highest rate of children between the age of 1 and 4 of drowning. And those deaths happen when the parents just turn their eyes for a minute. This is a wake-up call now. Let's do better now.
Yeah.
So a lot of things that have been talked about today. with regards to what we could do to certainly make it a more contented household. But I can't do it on myself.
No.
I need 2 willing parents who are committed.
I'm ready.
You're ready?
Let's
Good.
let the healing begin.
All right, you're ready. So we better get busy, right? Got a lot of work ahead. Okay, I'll see you soon. The first thing I want to deal with today is pool safety. That's a must. So whilst Dad was at work, I spoke to Mum about the dangers of that and fixing it. The facts are accidents happen and they can be fatal. Okay, so what I've done is brought baby Brian here to give us a clear example of pool safety. I supplied Mum with a pool alarm system that have monitors as wristbands to go on the children's wrists. Bracelet, you know, like a... And then baby Brian decides that he's going to get curious and have a look at the pool. And it looks quite inviting. And then just because young children do, because the water's fun and it's playful, he steps back and he says, I'm going to run and I'm going to jump. I certainly believe seeing a baby doll float in a swimming pool brings home the reality of what could be, but more for Mum to recognise the importance of making sure she always supervises the children and that an alarm is a precautionary device. There are 2, one for Thomas and one for Carly, okay? Does that mean that you think because they're running around here, you decide, oh, I'm going to have a good chinwag with my girlfriend on the phone for half an hour? Never, never. Because as quick as it takes you to pick up the phone,
You want to expose the children to the pool so much, but yet you want to feel safe too. Oh, it matches, Thomas. It matches your shorts. Now I have both. I have the best of both worlds.
the next thing I want to be able to do is to create some space for the kids to have fun away from the pool so they can ride their scooters and enjoy. So when Dad came home from work, we all got busy rearranging the patio area. If this door is locked and you know that there's an area for the younger ones, for example, Thomas, what can you do with this space here that would allow him to feel like he was riding his bike and going on a scooter?
We could do another slide or something for Thomas over here. I mean, we had a sandbox for Kaylee when she was little.
Yeah, whatever. Joe's got a lot of great ideas, but as far as clearing out and making room, I know in reality that it's not going to stay that way. This table's heavy,
I know,
and I'm not moving it in and out. I have it
I
there
know.
because this is where the fan
but
is.
just move it over a little bit in the center so he can go around it. We can move the chairs aside and I can bring them back.
Whatever.
John might be trying to sabotage the teaching, but I'm not going to allow it. If he wants to make the comments he makes, he can do it. It's only making him look like a fool.
What's the big deal? You're like, whatever, like you can't be bothered to see where Mum's coming from. We're trying to make something safe here.
Try to move the table.
Why would you not want anything to do with creating more space for your younger children to play in that's safe whilst your wife is at home raising your children?
If I can at least have it to where I'm not constantly running outside checking on the kids, Thomas can come out here while I'm getting
You know
stuff
what?
done.
Here. For this week, for this coming week, let's move it. Come on. Because you know it's going to go back.
Just move it a little bit.
There.
John not participating and not getting the fact that I need certain things done is completely frustrating. I have someone there that's gonna help me get myself under control so I can get my children under control. And if he can't see that, that's his own problem.
That's it. Attaboy. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
It was so clear that Dad was just gonna push, push, push all the time and resist anything I put into place here with the family. And I just wasn't gonna let it deter what I needed to do. It was important that Shannon learned the steps for the timeout, so that's what we did.
No, oh no.
No hitting. I wanted to show Mum the first step of my discipline technique. Come down to his level and with a firm voice, say to him, no hitting, because that was
No
wrong.
hitting, Thomas. No hitting.
And no cuddles. Put the flag on the floor.
I've been around Thomas since he was born, and I haven't seen him scream like that, not once. This boy was fine all afternoon.
Okay, so
Now all of a sudden he's screaming and crying.
John took
So-
the flag from him. And
So
then
what
he
happened
hit-
was,
Let him have the flag.
No,
Why did John take
he
it?
hit-
That aggravated me to no end. And I went and grabbed him, because enough's enough. It's ridiculous.
no, it's not ridiculous.
It is
Can you give me a
ridiculous.
minute, please, so that I can talk to you about this? Dad says that he's doing this because it's what Thomas needs. And actually, I think Dad's doing this because it's what he needs. Can you just put Thomas down for a moment so that I can have a talk with you? He's frustrated, he's angry. He knows that what I'm about to do is to create change, and he's fighting the change.
This isn't about me.
Well, then, if
Okay.
this isn't about you, can you
It's
please
not
respect
about
what I
me.
have to say?
I respect what you're saying.
Okay, well then, let me finish talking.
But I mean, I'm just saying, this
You're
boy,
not letting me
I
finish
had
talking.
no problem with this boy the whole
This is
time
not
I was
about
with
you.
him. And all of a sudden, we're forcing
No, we're
issues
not.
on the kid. And
No, we're not, John. If you would just give me the respect to let me finish, I'll tell you exactly what went on. He's been very against what I'm trying to teach Shannon right now. I find it incredible that somebody would be so rude when, you know, they've asked for my help. To me, it doesn't add up. Now, you're either a husband that's in for supporting Shannon learning this, or you're not.
I'm not much for the modern parenting, per se. When I grew up, I didn't have timeouts. And I learned to listen to my mom and dad.
I'm here to help your family.
Okay.
Have some patience with me.
All right.
Dad says he's going to cooperate. When? The next day, I do want to try and teach Mum and Dad a new discipline technique. I need Dad on board and time's running out. If the children don't listen to what you're asking them to do, I want you to bring them over to the timeout bench.
Timeouts in my house don't exist. I've never tried them.
It wasn't long before Mum got to try out the technique. The kids were playing in the backyard and Thomas bit Carly, which gave Mum an opportunity to step up.
Sit down there. Because you bit Carly, you're going to sit in timeout.
She explained why he was on that bench and she walked away. This is him protesting. Pick him up, put him back. He got off it. She placed him back time and time again. Mum was doing really good at the discipline, but then Dad walked in and I wanted to nip the possibility of him sabotaging this by getting him involved. Watch. I want Daddy. You want Daddy? Place him straight back, John. Don't talk to him, just place him straight back in time out. To support Mum with what she's doing. Okay, Shannon, if he gets off, I'd like you to take over now. It was just to prove a point here, okay? Shannon, there you go. Okay, nice work, John, nice work. When Dad sent Thomas back to the naughty bench, it certainly has given him a strong reminder that Mum and Dad are on the same page now.
I'll see how Shannon does with it. If she has success with it, maybe I'll think about it. I'm still not a timeout guy.
Thomas put up a good fight, to say the least. I mean, we knew that was kind of going to happen. But Mum stayed focused, and after a couple of minutes, he stayed on that bench. It was good.
The lesson that I learned from the first time out is the kids aren't ruling me, and I can outlast them.
Perfect. Perfect, Mum. Mum is certainly feeling more competent to follow through with discipline now.
Calm down, Mommy, and we'll pick you up. John's probably still not a timeout guy, but that doesn't weigh heavy on me. I need control, and I'm going to get control whether he wants to do timeouts or not. I'm there to be a mother to my children, and if Mr. Krolikowski wants to come aboard, he can. It's up to him.
You are doing what is right, and that's all that matters. You did very well. Dad's really warm into the process, which is a good thing, but I now need to make sure that he follows through, and I also want him to spend more time with the kids. So I thought for each kid, you could write like a promise letter to them, saying that you're going to do one particular thing with them. It can be anything, and it may be something that just lasts 15 minutes or 30 minutes, yeah?
I tend to stay longer after work and get caught up, so I don't get a lot of home time with the kids.
Let's, for example, start with John. We can go to the golf course with John. Dad was a little bit sceptical about writing letters and doing this technique, but as he started to write, he got more involved. Choice, give her two things, because she may say something that you feel that you can't actually fulfill. When Dad had finished writing his letters and put his seal of approval on them, he then went and posted the letters. So it's going to be quite exciting tomorrow. They started to open up their mail, and John was very, very pleased, to say the least.
It says, I promise
To take you to the golf course. Love, Daddy.
What's yours say?
Dear Kaylee, I promise to spend one-on-one time with you, your choice. 1, go to the mall, and 2, bike ride. Love, Dad.
It says, Dear Carly, Daddy's going to take you to Chuck E. Cheese as promised. You and Thomas, right?
Yeah.
That's it. No big kids. Ready?
And later on that day, Dad stuck to his promises. Cool.
Should be smooth and even. There you go.
Golfing with Daddy was fun. We're working it. The bike ride, it was just me and my dad playing and no littler kids, and we had fun because we were just talking to each other.
I just hope that he continues on his journey that he needs to with his children.
So, I'm off for several days. This family certainly have work to do together, a lot of follow through. So, Dad, a nice, friendly reminder about that balance between the work and the home and spending time at home. Dad's either going to show his family that he is just as willing to make change for the better, or I believe he'll be left behind. Okay, kids, see you when I return.
When Joe is away, maybe I will be looking over my shoulder for that guidance that she has shown. Say bye, Jojo.
Have some fun. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Joe.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I think the changes so far, I mean, are they gonna work? I don't know yet. We're gonna have to wait and see.
After 3 days away, I was dying to know, did John keep his promises to the kids? And was he more supportive as a husband to Shannon? Right, who's ready to take a look at what I've got here?
We're both ready.
You're ready. You're not ready. Huh? Okay. All right, John. The first thing, promise letters. John, this is all about the promise letters that you wrote.
All right, good boy. All right, guys ready? Let's go.
You got a slinky, a nice pink slinky. Nice. What else? Oh my gosh, a lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, look how beautiful.
That's me, Daddy, that's Thomas.
You took that there.
Look how sweet.
Loving it. You followed through on those promise letters. That's a priority. It was the beginning of taking that time and showing the kids that you were going to deliver on your promise to do things with them that you acknowledged they wanted to do. Nice, John. Really nice to see.
Amen.
Bless our Lord, that these are gifts which we are about to receive.
Hello. Nice.
You all done? You want out?
this white face.
Baby, you need to put the basketball down, please. John.
John.
Yes?
Did Mom ask you to stop that?
This is what I like about what I've just seen there. It wasn't, John, I'm telling you to stop bouncing the ball. It was pure support, 100%. Did you listen to what your mother said? Which just backed up everything that Shannon was saying and made it very, very clear for Johnny. That was good, John. Okay, Mum and Johnny.
This is your warning, John. There'll be no more basketball. There will be no basketball.
I want to watch TV. There's nothing else to do. I don't want to play basketball. I don't want to play.
I want to go through this in detail with you. When you gave him a warning, you're already fighting with him.
Right.
Okay? You told him no more telly, and you actually grabbed the remote control as you said no more telly. And that was meant to be your conversational voice in just, asking him to turn the television off. And when he didn't, then give him a warning. But the warning you gave him did not allow time for him to turn that television off, because you did not walk away and you were holding on to that remote. So you backed him into a corner over the remote control. I mean, that in itself is going to create confrontation.
You can sit on your bed and you can chill and you can think about what you've done. You don't need to chill. You're gonna chill, John. You're not going to destroy my house, Johnny.
I don't need a chill.
You do need to chill because you're gonna learn respect. You're going to listen to me. I'm the boss, John.
A very common thing that I see with parents is when, for so long, they've really felt helpless and they've not felt like they've had the control, and then almost within a couple of days, they take ownership of that authority. It's liberating, and they feel such strength, and then they go over the other way. I believe that you weren't quite sure if you were doing the right thing because you said one sentence, I'm the boss. It was like you were trying to convince yourself, I'm the boss.
Right.
I think you doubted really what was going on there.
I think I did too.
I know you did, because of the way you were sort of responding. This is Johnny testing your authority. But because you doubted it in the first place, this got created. This actual whole thing could have been unnecessary.
Right.
All right, so I've seen some good footage here. I have seen a big, big change from last week. The support from yourself, John, speaks 1,000 words to the kids, and that I am very pleased to see. I believe there's more work to do with regards to that, to keep it going as strong as ever between the pair of you.
Sounds good.
Any questions? All right, well, I'm good. I reckon we get cracking and do some more stuff. Thank you. It's my last day with the Kralikowskis, and I can see from the DVD footage that Mum is still suffering with timeouts.
I don't need a chill.
You do need to chill because you're gonna learn respect. You're going to listen to me. I'm the boss, John.
So the first thing I'm going to do is to give Mum a very good, strong visual to remind her of what the steps are to the timeout. I've got some steps, you know, the naughty bench that we do, and I've actually got that written out for you. So I thought, let's just go over that so you can see it, and then you can keep it so that you can remember it as you're doing it. You can look up and actually see it.
The written out steps to the timeout is great, and being up by the naughty bench is perfect because what am I supposed to be doing next? Am I supposed to be talking? Am I not supposed to be talking? It's all right there.
This walk away is key for you because once you walk away, if you place them back, you don't talk. Having the timeout poster on the wall not only is going to be a good visual reminder for Mum, but it's going to stop her from panicking when the kids do kick off and she can't remember the first steps. I have one last thing to do with Dad. It is very important. It's going to remind him of his commitment to his family and how accountable he is. In this time capsule I will give him, he will fill in the documents so that he remembers the promises that he made to his family. This is a short-term, goal-orientated look at where you will be with your family in 3 months. We're going to put it back in here and actually give that to Shannon. And in 3 months' time, open that up. She'll see that you've kept your word to continue to strive forward with your family. Spending more family time together, having more time together as husband and wife.
Better control the kids when they misbehave.
Wrote them down and put them in the little capsule, marked it 3 months from now, and sealed it up for us to open together.
What will you be taking home from this experience when I leave, John?
I'm pretty stubborn.
Fair enough.
Kind of set in my ways and not so willing to change, but where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Joe grew on me. When we started out, I didn't think I really needed anything, but I was able to dig deep and do a little soul searching myself and find that there's areas that I'm lacking in.
And then it was time for John to present the capsule to Shannon.
We got a capsule
Okay.
to open in 3 months' time, where we're going to be in 3 months.
Okay. The time capsule is a great reminder to John of what he needs to do for his family.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
The time capsule was a promise to myself where I want to be for my family. I plan on keeping that promise.
Right, guys, time for me to leave. Lovey.
My mom has changed because she's now finally doing timeouts and we're listening to her.
John, let me give you a hug, please.
But I know that he needs to do more stuff with me. That feels good.
Bye, Shannon. Bye-bye.
Shannon has certainly stepped up big time and is feeling much more confident and liberated as a parent.
Joe's had a positive impact on everybody in my family, even John.